Hi, I'm Danielle Husseini. I am an associate attorney here at Miles Mason Family Law Group. So when I was in law school, I pretty much committed my law school career, I'll call it, to pro bono work. And what I really focused on was helping the community because I wanted to give back to the Memphis community. I was new to Memphis. I didn't know much about Memphis at the time, but I knew that I was in a position to give back, and so that's what I wanted to do. I primarily focused on litigation and trial advocacy throughout law school, and I actually worked 2 semesters in our medical legal partnership clinic. And at the clinic, what we did was we received referrals from Bonheur Hospital, and it was cases involving children that maybe were living in an apartment complex that wasn't well kept, and so they were sent to Bonheur for some type of medical issue or something going on, and Bonheur would refer these kids and their families to our medical legal partnership clinic. And through that, we would file the necessary suit, whatever needed to be to get, first of all, to get these kids help. So if they're living in a house, and a common one was lead paint, so paint used to have lead in it back in the day, and we would have to file a suit to say that these homes weren't habitable and the tenants needed to rectify the situation. They need to repaint because these kids are getting sick. So that's just one example, but my time at Bonheur, or working with Bonheur and the Medical Legal Partnership Clinic, it showed me that I want to do something impactful with my career. So my focus with litigation was really similar. I knew that I wanted to do litigation. I knew I wanted to be in the courtroom. I knew that was something that was right up my alley with my personality. So family law was the perfect fit, right? I really enjoyed family law in law school, and coming out of law school and getting this amazing opportunity to work at this amazing firm and do family law and do something that's impactful to a lot of people, right, for a multitude of different reasons, but get to be in court, get to do what I love, get to do what I was trained to do in law school, motivated me to pursue a career in family law, and then here I am. I started working at Miles Mason Family Law Group right out of law school, pretty much. So I graduated law school May of 2022 and began my job search as all law students do. And that job search led me to meeting Miles sort of by chance. And I came in, I did some interviews, I got to do some lunches with Miles, some lunches with the team, and I was really, really lucky that I found my perfect fit right away. I knew Miles Mason Family Law Group was the perfect fit for me, first of all, because as you all know, Miles Mason is the leader, especially in Shelby County, but really throughout Tennessee and throughout the United States when it comes to family law. So I knew that this would be, first of all, just a great place for me to learn how family law is done. But I came into this law firm and getting to do exactly what I set out to do, which was, one, find something that was impactful, right? A job that had meaning and that I could make an impact on my clients, but also getting to be in the courtroom, which is what I love to do. At Miles Mason Family Law Group, I'm an associate attorney. So here at Miles Mason Family Law Group, we take the team approach. So your team has a lawyer, you always have Miles on your side, and then you have a paralegal. We have great legal assistants that help out, so we call ourselves your team. And I get to be the leader of the team as the associate attorney on the case. So as the leader of the team, I'm the person that you'll meet from the very beginning. So when you call Miles Mason Family Law Group and book your consultation, you'll meet with me directly one-on-one. You'll give me your problems. You'll tell me what's going on, and you'll ask all the questions that you have of me to ask. After that initial meeting, if you decide I want to move forward with this law firm and with me as your attorney, that's when the real work begins, right? So you get to meet your paralegal, the person that is the day-to-day contacts. The paralegals are great, great, great resources. Our paralegals here at Miles Mason Family Law Group are wonderful. They're so smart, they're so talented, and they go above and beyond. So you get to meet your paralegal, you get to meet the person that you'll be working with me and the paralegal from the beginning. And then that's when we take off running, whatever your case may be. So if it's a divorce case, then we'll get started with filing for divorce, and we'll make sure along each step of the way. What's great about my job is I get to make sure that your issues and your concerns are always on the front end. And so I get to be your lead attorney. I get to be the person that shows up and advocates for you in court when needed, but I also get to be that person that's your confidant, right? I get to be that person that you come to if you have concerns, if you have questions, that you can talk to pretty much about anything, right? And the good thing is it's all confidential. So as the associate attorney, that's my role. I'm here for you. That's a tough one. I have a hard time with picking favorites. I can never pick just one. I have to say that my proudest moment, each and every time that I get to bring a favorable result to my clients, whether it's getting my clients the parenting time that they want, whether it's getting my clients through a divorce that they really, really wanted to get through. I see those moments as the most impactful, the proudest of my career. Of course, I've had trials, tough custody cases where we really needed to get a child out of a certain situation, and we did. We succeeded, we prevailed, and that child got placed with the parent that the child needed to be placed with. So moments like that are always my proudest, but I have to really say that for each case, as long as that client comes out happy and comes out comfortable and comes out with the result that they came in with, that's always my proudest moment. There's so many things that it means to me, right? First, this is where I started my legal career, and this is where I've grown in the Shelby County family law community, right? So that's number one. What it really means to me, though, is this has been an incredible place to grow and to learn. I know I said it before, but I'll say it again. Miles Mason is a wonderful person to learn from. He knows everything he needs to know, and there's a reason he's written books, and there's a reason that he's presented at seminars across the country. So in that aspect, I think this is a place of immense growth. Now, it's also a place that I truly believe that our clients come to feel safe and to feel secure. So to me, it's a place that has so much meaning and so much comfort to everyone. For me, it has a different comfortability and a different place in my heart, but at the same time, what I love about this law firm and our team is great. Our paralegals are wonderful. Our legal assistants are wonderful. We have great attorneys backing us at all times, and then we have Miles at the very top that we can always lean on and go to. So Miles Mason Family Law Group is truly, and I'm not just saying this because I work here, but it's truly a firm that you can trust and a firm that you can lean on. And I think that's what it means to me. It's about trust, it's about growth. So when I'm not working, which feels like all the time, I love to travel. So travel is my passion. Growing up as a kid, I traveled every single year. So my dad is from Lebanon. And as a kid, as soon as summer ended, we packed our bags and left, and we went to Lebanon for the summer. So traveling became my passion from a very early age. And then as we would go to Lebanon, but along the way we would stop in places all over Europe. So I used to joke that I've been to more places outside of the country than I've been inside the country states-wise. But I love experiencing new places. I love experiencing new cultures. So when I travel, what I love to do is not necessarily go to the touristy places, the tourist attractions, the strip where all the tourists walk around and buy food and clothes, right? I want to go out and see where the people are living. I want to see where the people in that country are shopping and where they're buying their groceries and where they're living their daily activities and then what are they doing. And so that's my favorite part. That's why I love traveling, because the cultures and the experiences, you learn so much just from that. So if I'm not working, then I want to be traveling. If I'm not traveling, I am a huge fan of the Grizzlies, so I try to go to as many Grizzlies games as I can. If I can't make a game, I'm definitely watching the Grizzlies. If the Grizzlies are on, just know I'm watching them. But yeah, I mean, watching the Grizzlies play, I have a dog named Maya. She's my baby, and so I like to take her out. She loves to play, so going out, meeting friends, just relaxing. So I like to tell this of all clients when they come in for that initial consult, but when you book a consult with a family law attorney, that's your opportunity to interview them. So it may seem like when you sit down and do a consultation that the attorney's interviewing you, but that's not true. That's your opportunity to interview them, to find out their personalities, to see if that's a personality that vibes with you, because it's true that not every personality may vibe or may connect with another person, and so you may go down and sit and do a consultation and say, I don't really know if we fit, or I don't really know if that attorney saw my vision or felt my issues or understood what I was here for. So I always tell people, when you're looking for an attorney and you sit down and you do that first consult, that's your opportunity to interview that attorney, which means make sure that you feel comfortable with that person, because if you do move forward and hire that attorney, then that's the person that's going to be handling whatever situation, right? If it's a divorce, if it's a custody case, and those are issues that are personal, right? Those are issues that are personal to you. Those are issues that you have a lot of emotion behind, and you want somebody to have your back that you feel comfortable with, that you feel connected with, that you feel has your best interests at heart. So always treat that initial consultation as your interview of the attorney.